Hey Mohammed, thank you for sending in this next one. Problem solution essays, in fact, they're my favourite. I think that the structure here is actually really much easier in a way because generally there are two different ways to do it. You can either go in your paragraph one, here's the problem, here's a solution, here's another problem, here's another solution. Or, which I think is much more logical, you explain the problems or the causes in the first paragraph and then you suggest connected solutions in the second paragraph. What I will do is include a link for you to a private video I made for my students at the school where I teach. This is not connected to IELTS podcast, so there's a disclaimer there. This is my personal video, but I hope it might help you and give you some vocab here and give you some phrases to use, and hopefully it will explain the structure for you, okay? So I hope that will help you on that one. Absolutely, I totally agree. No, I think you absolutely need to go to 350 to get a high score. You normally are writing that much. I don't know who Penn is, but I absolutely think you need to do 350 because it's difficult to develop the essay otherwise. So how do you do it? You plan really carefully. So you see, you've got how many you've got? See, the structure of this doesn't look good to me. So you're very long, so you've got more than you need to be, and you've got 5 paragraphs. So I'd always recommend a 4-paragraph structure. Always, always, always. 5 paragraphs is getting you into difficult space. So literally, you do your planning like this, which I hope you're doing anyway. So, reasons for pollution, and then possible solutions. You take 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes, that's all you've got. Practice this. Reason, solution, probably only 2, probably only got room for 2 of them. So that's the way to do that planning. And then that takes you through, you stick to the plan, keep going. So nowadays pollution has increased in many cities worldwide on an unprecedented scale. Although a whole host of reasons, such as industry, construction, and natural dust, might be it seems that heavy traffic investigators are well done. Paramount, brilliant. This is great. Paramount, hang on. Okay, paramount, but paramount's not quite the right word, even though it's lovely. Are the key causes. Yeah, or have I want to say have made things worse. I can't think of the right word. Have deteriorated the situation or something. But go key causes here. Absolutely. Maybe not propose them because you're not thinking of anything new, but and highlight. If you're proposing it, it's almost like you're suggesting something new. Highlight, I think, might be better there. But that's a great intro. Absolutely fine. Good work. Traffic-related pollution appears to be foremost among other factors. So, in most cities, be more specific here because you've got this idea of in large cities. So you've got to get this idea in cities or in metropolises or in urban areas. This is because it runs the gamut of all forms of pollution, obviously light pollution, runs the gamut. Whoa, I mean, great idiom, but I kind of wouldn't use that in an academic essay. I would just go, it contributes to all forms of pollution, possibly light, okay? The ever-increasing number of private vehicles in our metropolitan areas caused by the hectic pace of modern life. Now, I don't like R in essays. Remember, this is academic writing. So academic writing, you take a step backwards. This is impersonal in terms of style. In metropolitan areas caused by has resulted in traffic stagnation and massive emissions of hazardous fumes. Excellent. The latter are thought to be the main culprit for air quality degradation, acid rains, and more viciously global warming. For example, a recent report showed that the levels of greenhouse gases have doubled in the last 3 decades. due to traffic, due to cars and lorries, or something like that. Connect the example exactly to what you were talking about here. Besides the noise, absolutely. Fantastic. It's a lovely paragraph. Love it. Now, I would totally cut that paragraph. I don't think you need it. Okay. So domestic refuse is another source. Okay. Lovely. But do you see what I mean? That is a good paragraph. You've made a very, very clear point. You've got a great example. Stop. Turning to solutions. It might be logical to launch public awareness campaigns to educate people to use more eco-friendly transportation and reduce the household refuse. Okay. So here, because I wouldn't talk about, I'd take out that section. Okay. So I'd say in a variety of ways. And then that's going to take you smoothly into your different ways. Improving public transport through resource allocation is a possible remedy. Don't need that, not another, because I'm waiting for the first one, where a rescue package could be pushed through to foster the development of a vital sector before resorting to more draconian excise duty on private cars. So, for domestic, so hang on. So I would take out that because I don't really want you to talk about the waste. I'm taking out this bit, but you need to really develop this. Yeah? Improving transport through resource allocation. What do you mean resource allocation? I don't understand what you mean there. So do you mean like through improved networks which reach further into the suburbs? Yeah, subsidizing prices. You can talk about green cycleways. You could talk about people using bicycles. You could talk about shared cars. There's a lot that you can add here to develop this more fully. So focus on traffic. Traffic's terrible. What can we do? So public awareness. You've got making the network wider. You've got cheaper prices. That's absolutely great. Don't need lots more. And then, so in conclusion, appears to be main culprits. Yes, okay. I mean, you could put a bit about waste if you wanted, but I kind of think you don't need to. I think you've talked about a real problem. I know where it says what are the key reasons. You've given some reasons in here. Yeah, I mean, I feel you developed this so well that you probably don't need that. You could put it in a little bit, but then I wouldn't put the example. So I think you're better to develop. In terms of task achievement, I would be looking for good development of your point rather than lots of points which are not so well developed. I hope that's helpful, and I hope the little video will guide you a bit on that. If you want to switch one of the next essays for another problem solution of your own choice, please feel free. It's absolutely fine by me. So bar chart, good. You've got your 4 sections. That's lovely. Compares details about 3 companies. Yep. Overall, wide variations. Absolutely Hungary in the lead and the smallest numbers. Good. Moreover, BMW. I wouldn't use moreover because that is really for task 2. Preferred. So BMW were the preferred automobiles in Italy, whereas Belgium was okay. That's also the same one though. Do you mean BMW and BMW? Italy. I think you mean here Ford. The highest sales were reported in Hungary, followed by France. Yes, in both countries, sales were almost evenly distributed by comparison. So, excellent. In contrast, the UK and Poland registered half the number of cars per... Oh, well done. Lovely structure here. Lovely. but while the former had a minimal portion of... now, the former residence. Let's get into the people. Purchased. Just mix up the vocab a little bit here. The former's residence, so it's the residence of, yeah, or British people, yeah. Purchased instead of had, compared to other companies, 3 brands are more or less equal in the latter. Former, latter, I find really confusing, to be honest, because I'm thinking, oh, what? So can you just say what you mean? Say the countries. Finally, the lowest numbers were seen, yeah, while the Italian buyers preferred. That is a very good answer. Excellent. Congratulations there. Lovely. Smooth writing, confident writing, really good response. So I hope all this helps you. Well done, Mohammed. You are doing great.